everyone. So in this brief video, I just wanted to go over as an overview what's going on in the body, in the mind, in our energetic system during the menstrual phase of our cycle. So the menstrual phase of our cycle is considered the first of 4 phases, and there'll be videos to come describing each of those phases as well. And it is the onset of when we begin our bleed to when that finishes. So for most women, that's somewhere from 3 to 7 days, although it may be a bit different than that. As far as moon phases, if you do cycle with the new moon, that tends to be more of a mothering, nurturing sort of energy, and it's considered a white moon cycle. Whereas if you get your period on the full moon, that's considered a red moon cycle. It's not better or worse, just a little different energy. It may feel a little more outgoing, and it tends to be associated with healer energy. So maybe you're tapping into your healing energy, or supporting other women in some way, or supporting a cause in some way, and you notice that your cycle begins to sync with the full moon. So just something to pay attention to. Hormonally, during the menstrual phase of our cycle, both progesterone and estrogen drop off. So they're at their lowest of any other phase in the cycle, and we may begin to experience this through things like feeling more tired, feeling more internal, more socially withdrawn. And these, again, they aren't bad things. It's just good to be aware of them so that we can honor that by aligning those days of our cycle with our daily routine. So during the menstrual phase of the cycle, it is not the time to be like tackling a big project. It's not the time to be asking for a raise or giving a big presentation or a speech for the most part. It's a time to be kind of delegating tasks to others. See if you can delegate at least your personal tasks or household tasks to others, and really be restful and nurturing towards yourself and inward and reflective. So while maybe being outward isn't in alignment for most of us during our menstrual phase, this is a really great time to tap in and notice what's going on internally, to sort of take stock of the last 28 to 35 days and what feels really good and juicy and potent and something that we want to continue to practice, and what's feeling out of alignment in every aspect of our lives. So just taking stock of our daily routines, our relationships with others, the work that we're bringing into the world, our self-care and spiritual practices, just taking a look at all of these things. So unlike what we commonly hear, during this phase of the cycle, our right and left hemispheres of the brain are actually the most coherent of any other phase, which means we can really look at the bigger picture and get very clear on how we want to move forward. So this is a great time to journal, to be reflective, to meditate, and honestly just to rest and be very still. If the menstrual phase were a season of the year, it would be winter. It's dark, it's inward, it's a time to be restful in comparison to other seasons like summer, for example. If the menstrual phase were a stage of life, it would be the crone or the wise elder. So this is a time to tap into that wisdom aspect of yourself, that mature guide that can help you move forward. This is the most yin of any phase of our cycle as well. So again, coming back to those qualities of it being dark, still, receptive, quiet, nurturing, cool. All of these qualities can enhance this period of time for us. So my recommendations would be to move very slow. This is not a time to be doing intense activity physically or mentally or emotionally. This is a time to ask for what you need from others and to receive that support. This is a time to look at the bigger picture and to get some clarity in how you would like to move forward into the next cycle. Emotionally, this phase does represent a death of sorts. It represents a releasing, a letting go, a moving into the more expanded unknown. So we might be feeling that. It may be very uncomfortable for most of us to be still and to be inward, to be restful. So I just encourage you as you move into this menstrual phase of your cycle to take stock of these things, to just begin to pay attention and to notice, and to see if you can begin to sync up your menstrual cycle with some of these more restful and reflective activities. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for more videos to learn about other phases of the cycle in big, broad overview, and we'll be going into more detail with each aspect in the future.